Hello, today is leg day, my favorite. So again, same format, we're working on lean muscle mass, some definition and strength. We're gonna do circuit-based training, 3 rounds, 1 minute each with a 30-second rest. Again, on that rest, I'll be demonstrating what we're doing next or reminding you. Form is always most important. If you're tired today, maybe try to do the first round with your heavier weights and then drop down as you go. Try to get through all 3 rounds, even if that means the last round you don't use any weight at all. We'll have also 3 sets of a cardio point. Each one of those cardio points is 3 minutes in length. So let's start with some warm-up. Our equipment today is going to be a closed loop type of a band, a mat, dumbbells, a heavier set, medium set, and light set, and then some kind of a bench or a step. So let's start by putting the closed loop band around our ankles. And we are going to do some monster walks. And again, lifting up that leg and then just sliding the other one like a monster. We're going to do about a minute of these. I don't have the timer on. Again, I'm still getting used to the timer, so I apologize if I kind of goof it up midstream, but I will make sure to get us back on track. So when you're doing these, take note if one side feels weaker and kind of think about why is that? Are you always compensating the other side? If you are, mentally make a note of it so that you can mentally get those muscles turned on again. Okay, let's go ahead and ditch that band. We are going to do, we need a pole too, forgot to tell you that. These are always going to be in our workout just because they are just so delicious to do, and they just really wake up our whole body. So 5, forward and back. No matter if you've been hunched over over a computer or a bike, to the left. Again, I'm not a great counter when I'm talking. I'll try to do my best. To the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put that away. Now we're going to do some toe raises. And as simple as these sound, they're pretty hard. And again, up and down, getting way up on the balls of those feet. Try to hold it there for a couple seconds. We're going to be working the calves a little bit. Now go ahead, stay on those toes, tippy toes, walk around. It's good to walk backwards. Now on the heels. Heel, 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 backward, heel, 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 up on the toes, heel, toe, up and down. Again, warming up our feet and ankles. And again, trying to do your strength in very minimal shoes or bare feet is the best. You can get some light trainers if you really don't like working out in bare feet. Just please don't drop any weights on your toesies. I'm really going to try to keep these workouts to minimal equipment. As we progress though, I may ask you to get some different equipment if you're doing your workouts at home. Okay, so we're gonna do some multi-planar lunges. So what this is, we're gonna do a forward lunge. Oops, see, they're good for balance. And then you're gonna go to the side. When you go to the side, making sure both feet stay pointed forward and that lead foot doesn't go across to the side like that. Okay, so really using that glute and hip. And then we're gonna also do a back lunge and a curtsy. If you feel like you're just very unstable, you can also get some kind of a pole to use, but eventually I would like you to not use that pole. So we're on our second set here, and curtsy. We're gonna do 5 of these on each side, back and curtsy, forward again. And again, these are great for our balance, making sure that if we are going to fall or we're put in an unstable situation, we know how to pivot and catch our balance. Other side, forward lunge, side, back. And depth isn't really important here. I can't go super deep. My knees, my patellas aren't all that great, but I'm definitely still getting the strength that I need by doing the movements in all angles. I think that was 3, maybe 4. I apologize. I told you I can't talk and count at the same time. That's why my workouts are time-based, so I can give you tips along the way. One more, forward, side, back, curtsy. Now we're gonna get our mat. We're gonna do a little bit of plank work. We're gonna get into a high plank, and then we're gonna touch here for 10, get into downward dog. We're gonna go back into that plank again. So again, we're always gonna be working the core every workout, just because it's so important. So let's go ahead and get in that lovely plank position. Again, rolling towards the pads here of our hands. If you have hand and wrist issues, you can definitely go into a forearm plank as well. So belly button to spine. You're gonna look out to where the wall and the floor meet, and we're gonna touch the opposite shoulders. Ready? 1, 2. I'm gonna actually bring my feet apart a little bit so I'm not rotating so much from the hips. 8, 9, 10. Downward dog. Push that butt up. Come back into high plank, touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, downward dog, push that butt up. Down into the plank, get ready for shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Child's pose. Again, for these workouts, the tempo is slow. We're lifting heavier weights. Be mindful. Form, as I mentioned, is the most important. If your form is going, it could be you're just tired that day, or you're lifting too heavy. I want you to be pushing yourself, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. Get that mat aside. We're gonna get ready for that first round. All right, so again, this is gonna be 1 minute of work with a 30-second rest. I want you to take your heaviest set. Again, round 1 is always with your heaviest set. As we get into rounds 2 and 3, feel free to drop down even if it's during that set, okay? So 2-leg squat, most important, weight back in the heels as you squat back, push that butt back. I like to even say you should be able to wiggle those toes, okay? You wanna make sure one side isn't going off to the side, okay? You will also wanna make sure you're not rounding with your upper body, okay? It should be, okay? I'm gonna go turn on my timer. Get ready. Here's our countdown. 1 minute of squats.
3, 2, 1, go.
Almost like you have a baby chair behind you and somebody is going to take that chair and pull it away from you, okay? Push through the floor with those heels. Again, on your legs, you can probably go quite a bit heavier than your arms. Just depends on where you're weak and where you're strong, right? But usually our buttocks and our legs are much stronger than our upper body. So we just have 20 more seconds. Nice and slow. Getting in some good depth here. You should feel this in the glutes, as well as the quads and hamstrings.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, you take a rest, but I'm going to explain the next move. I'm going to drop down to a medium, and I want you to get into a split stance lunge here. And again, I can't go super deep. We're just going to go up and down here, just holding on to heavy weights. I'm actually going to use my heavier set.
3,
Get ready.
2, 1, go.
And it doesn't matter which side you start with because we're going to do both sides for 1 minute. Really pushing through those back toes. Pushing through the front heel. Making sure our shoulders are back, and we're not rounding forward. That our upper torso is going more straight up and down. We have 20 more seconds. I can always tell when I have about 20 more seconds because that's when I start feeling like, I'm feeling this. But we have to keep going. Pulling that belly button to spine. Again, I sound like a broken record on that, but
3, 2, 1, rest.
Drop those weights if you want, grab a drink. Switch sides. For me, I had my left forward, so I'm gonna switch and have my right forward. If balance is an issue too, try bringing that back leg out just a little bit. Instead of being scrunched up here, I like to actually be a little bit wider, and that seems to give me a little bit more stability. Okay, get ready, grab those weights.
2, 1, go.
I encourage you to also have a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, get one. You can get them pretty cheap. Target, the store at home has them. A full-length mirror, so you can watch your form. Otherwise, you have no idea if you're doing it correctly. I also want you to make notes of the weights that you use for each workout, so we know if you're progressing. Certain ones are going to get easier faster. There might be certain ones you're always going to struggle with. So 10 more seconds.
Three, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, let's drop those down. So let me explain the next one. Since we did both sides, now we're going to go into calf raises. I want you to grab a box. There's a lot of balance in this one. You're gonna step up. You're gonna bring those feet out to the edges. And we're gonna let those feet drop.
3, 2, 1.
And you're gonna go up and down. Come up on the toes, drop those heels down. If you want, you can grab weights and do this with weights. But you'll actually, I don't know, I start feeling it in my glutes. And feel free to hold one or the other. More seconds. See, I told you I always look at the clock when I have about 20 more seconds left.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Okay, we have one more round, set, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be lateral lunges. I'm going to take my medium size. We're going to do alternating lateral lunges, kind of like we did. And I want you to take one arm up. So I'm going to the left, I'm lifting my left elbow up. Going to the right, lifting my right elbow up. Giving ourselves
3, 2.
Okay,
one,
ready?
Go.
To the left, to the right. Again, making sure our feet stay pointing forward. We're pushing through the ground, using our hips and glutes. As you get warmer, you might actually be able to go a little bit wider, a little bit deeper, almost touching the ground. Again, feel free to play some music as you get more comfortable with the workout. You don't need to listen to me as much, just as long as you know when to switch from the work to the rest.
3, 2, 1. Done.
Okay, let's put those all down. We're gonna go into our 3-minute cardio. We're gonna do skaters. Real quick, side to side, okay? Again, as you get warmer, you can drop down, maybe touch the ground. Opposite elbows to knees. And then we're gonna do side punches. A pivot with a punch with a little hop. Okay? All right, I have to get my clock going right here. Ready? Start with skaters for 1 full minute.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Ready? And again, we want to get the heart rate up, so you want these to be pretty quick. Light on the feet. Almost like you're ice skating. More seconds. It's always good to work in sideways instead of just always forward and back. So everything we do in life seems to be forward and backward motion.
3, 2.
Get ready, opposite elbows to knees. Instead of really scooching over like this, I want you to stay high here. Thinking about bringing the shoulder, not just the elbow, to the knee, okay? Lifting those knees high. Getting nice and strong hip flexors. Keep a pretty high tempo here. You should be feeling this, getting warmer. Although it's like 92 out today, I'm ready for some cooler weather, and then you're gonna hear me in a couple months whining about how cold it is. It just seems like we kind of go from one extreme to the next lately.
2, 1.
All right, get ready for side punches. To the left, to the right, pivot, boom. Big punches. Doing a nice pivot with those feet. Working into those lats, those obliques. If you want, you can even use light weights for this. Sculpting those muscles with lighter weights. It's totally up to you. I do so much strength training that I tend to have to kind of stay light when I'm doing my filming. More seconds, and then we'll go into round 2 of our strength circuit.
3, 2,
2 leg squat, heavy weights. Don't start yet, I have to switch the clock again so we have a 30-second rest. So get a drink, do whatever you need to do. Catch your breath. 30-second rest. Get ready, 2 leg squats. Weight back in the heels, legs a little bit wider than the hips.
1.
Ready?
Go.
Again, you can go pretty heavy with the squats. These are large muscle areas that we're working on here. We have 30 more seconds. Again, making sure the upper body is staying almost like an elevator. And again, that we're not really rounding here, okay? Those weights are staying right next to the side of our body. We're scooching that butt back, slight lean forward, but it's not a slouch forward, right? 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Get into a slight or a split stance. I'm dropping down to medium. Do whatever you want here. Left leg forward. I bring my back leg out just a little bit for better balance. Get ready. Sometimes it feels like it's not enough, and sometimes it feels like it's too much.
2,
Ready?
1.
1
Go.
full minute here. Again, you might be able to go much deeper than me, if you can, without your knees getting all angry, and go for that. There's a lot of balance going on with this, which is so important as well. We're halfway. More seconds.
Three, two, one. Rest.
You can drop those down. If you want, you can shake it out, walk around, whatever you need to do. Get ready. This time the right leg goes forward, left one back.
3, 2, 1.
Ready?
Go.
And lunge. Again, pushing through the back toes, the front heel. We're halfway. More seconds. Oops, lost my balance there, sorry.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Okay, then we're going into calf raises. If you don't have a step or a bench, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do mine off the floor, and I'm just going to go up and down like this, just for variety. If you want, you can go off the step.
3, 2, 1. Go.
You kind of forget to work the calves a lot of times, and yet it's so good for balance. This gym floor is a little bit weird for balance. It's got little divots in it, so not the best. I should probably have a lighter weight trainer on. Like I said, when I start really working my calves, I actually feel it in my glutes. So it's amazing how everything is all connected. Belly button to spine, shoulders back, nice open chest. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, lateral lunges. I'm gonna go to my heavier set. You decide what set is good for you. Again, form is most important. Again, we're gonna bring one arm up. The side that we're lunging to, that arm goes up for a nice little row, okay? I'm gonna be going to the left first.
1. Go.
I could all sing to you, but I don't think you would like that either. I do miss having music, and I really wish they wouldn't ding me. And I think I can subscribe to music, but it's expensive. And it's just like one more cost. And then I feel like I'm not so sure you would hear me. So this gives you a chance to have options. Once you know the workout, you can just put me on your laptop and play whatever music you want. 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Done.
Okay, so we go into our cardio point again. Skaters, opposite elbows to knees, and side punches. Ready? And get ready for the skaters. Again, you can go as low
3,
as you want.
2, 1. Go.
Keep a pretty high tempo here. I like to almost come up. Again, I think if I had shoes on, it might be a little bit more stable, but I also want to be working my feet and ankles. Up to you. We're halfway. 30 more seconds. Easy. Try to go a little bit wider. Those last 10 seconds. Right into opposite elbow to knee. Again, keeping that upper body pretty straight up and down, not slouching over, but bringing those legs up nice and high. Twenty more seconds.
Three, two, one.
Into side punches to the left. Nice pivot with those feet. Nice big punch. Working those arms. Again, if you want to use a lighter set of dumbbells for your punches, feel free to do that. Nice rotations here. Thirty more seconds. More seconds, and then we're going to go into our round 3 of the strength training. That last set, again, always push yourself, but if your form is going...
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, go ahead and rest. I'm going to reset my clock, get ready for the strength, grab a drink if you need one. Resetting my clock to have the rest in it. I'm going to grab a drink quick myself. And we're going to go into the two-legged squats. I'm going to be using my heavier set. Get ready. Weight back in the heels, sticking that butt back.
3, 2, 1, go.
And you should be feeling this, the quads, hamstrings, and glutes, not in the knees. If you're feeling it in the knees, really try to push into the floor with your heels, lifting up your toes. Twenty more seconds. We're almost there, gang. It's our last round. 10 more seconds. We got this.
Three, two, one, rest.
Okay, if you want, you can stay with your heavy set. I'm dropping down, split stance lunges. Again, I'm gonna have my left foot forward, my right back. Pretty wide stance here. Really pushing through that back foot when I do those lunges and the front heel. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Belly button to spine. Open chest. You should be feeling these. If you're not, I would suggest you're not going heavy enough. 10 more seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Walking around, shake it out. Go ahead and start setting yourself up. Right foot forward, left back. Weight on the ball of the heel, or
Three,
ball of the
two,
foot
one,
in the back.
go.
Ready? You should be feeling this in your glutes, as well as your quads, hamstrings. 15 more seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Calf raises. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to actually use a pole with my step, because I felt like I was going to make the box go up when I did my calf raises. So again, however you've been doing them, we're going to drop the heels down when we're ready.
Three, two, one, go.
Up and down and down. Ooh, lost my balance. See, when you get old like me, that balance, it's tougher and tougher. And strength training becomes more and more important. 15 more seconds.
Three, two, one, rest.
Okay, we're gonna go into those lateral lunges. I'm gonna use my heavy set. I think I've got it in me. You do whatever you want. If you need to drop down, it's totally up to you. We're gonna lunge to the left elbow up, feet always forward, okay? Take a little rest here. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Again, if you need to go slower than what I'm going, that's fine, because I'm not going terribly heavy. I'm challenging myself, but I'm not going terribly heavy. Again, because I kind of do my own workouts. Sometimes on the same day that I'm filming, or I film after I've done a run, or a gravel bike ride, or a hike, so I'm not always the freshest. So I want you to do you. 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1, done.
We are done with the strength training. We still have one more cardio point, so hang in there. I have to adjust my clock again. We're gonna go into those lovely skaters. So get ready. We should have these down by now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Stay with it. 20 more seconds. More seconds. Then we're going to go into opposite elbows to knees.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ready? Ten more seconds. And then we're going to go into the side punches with the pivot.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ready. Punch, punch. You got this. Nice pivot on those feet, just like we're boxing. Nice footwork. More seconds. More. And then we're going to go into our lovely cool down and stretching. 10 more seconds. Make it count. We're almost done. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1.
All right, let me turn off the clock. Grab a drink. Grab your mat. And let's see, we will mostly need the foam roller and the mat for this. Okay. So again, I've got the long foam roller, but you could do this with a shorty as well. We're going to take this foam roller and we're going to put it just a little bit below that lumbar region. I've got ponytail issues here. I'm going to bring my left leg into my chest and my right's going to extend out, and kind of really making sure that right heel is down to the floor, giving ourselves a nice hip flexor stretch on the right, as well as opening up the hip on the left. Go ahead and switch sides. If you want, you can even rotate those feet around, opening up those ankle joints. Bring both knees up. Just allowing that foam roller just to kind of settle in by the small of your back there, bringing your knees to your chest. You should feel a nice spinal release. Go ahead, remove that foam roller. We're going to get into the lovely pigeon. So we get into a downward dog. Bring that right leg up, right leg into the rest at the wrist, and kind of slide that left leg back, getting down on our elbows and really opening up that hip area. And again, if any of these just feel so good, stay there as long as you need to, by all means. For filming purposes, I'm going to keep moving along. Pedal out those feet a little bit, stretching out those calves. Now go ahead and lift that left leg high, knee to the left wrist, and coming down on our elbows, opening up that left glute area and hip. Okay, let's go ahead and get on our stomachs. Okay. I want you to go ahead and grab those ankles for that nice bow pose. First, getting your forehead on the mat. Again, stretching out those major muscle groups that we just worked. Now when you're ready, I want you to slowly bring up that chin as you kick those feet into your hands. I actually hate this one because boy, it hurts. But if you can lift those legs up higher than I can, good for you. I always have such tight quads. Now I want you to let go of those feet, bring that forehead down to the mat, and windshield wiper those legs out, releasing that lower back. And into child's pose. And I encourage you to continue with the cool down and stretch, with the foam roller, really foam rolling those legs out after today's workout. And we're going to go into froggy, also called yogi pose. Again, ideally you want those heels on the ground, pushing those legs away with those elbows, just sinking that butt down. All right, go ahead and put your hands down, gradually get out of that, walking up those hips, hands up, side to side. Give yourself a hug. Good job, everybody. See you next month.